Hey folks, and welcome back to the Ape Escape 3 playthrough once again. And how are you folks doing? We getting up there with part 9. Folks, I am doing fantastic as usual. Gotta keep you folks with the videos, with the Ape Escape 3 goodness that is here, folks. It really is. This is gonna be more of a casual part, folks. We're just going around, and remember, I got some more of the transformation gauge right there, so I believe I'm fully maxed out. But anyway, folks, this music right here is really relaxing, at least to me, and it fits the stage perfectly. The music is just kind of relaxing, so it puts you in the mood to catch monkeys. But this one right here, he's getting on my nerves. He really is. So he's gonna go ahead and he had a chance to take. That doesn't make sense. How did he knock the stun out of my hand when I clearly had it, even though I was in my transformation state? That doesn't make too much sense. Not gonna question it. Whatever. It's Ape Escape. But anyway, as I stated before, I'm doing good. I'm really doing good. Those Sleeping Chronicles, all that's over with. It's a brand new week for me, folks. And I hope it's a fantastic. I hope that you folks have a fantastic week as well. Because I'm pretty sure I'm going to be uploading this on a Monday. So I hope you folks have a fantastic week. And if you're a kid watching this, I hope you have a fantastic day at school today. Get them grades up. I was always pushed on having good grades and whatnot, even though it can get on your nerves sometimes, but it's going to pay off in the long run, believe me. But if you're at work watching this, what are you doing? You better be on your break watching this. And if you're just kicking it, thank you for chilling with your boy. I'm trying to pump out these videos as much as I can for you folks. Trying to keep it consistent as possible with you folks, because I don't want to go through the dry spell again, going 2-3 weeks without having nothing for you folks available. Just being lazy on my part. And my legs are kind of right now at the time of this recording anyway, are killing me. I just helped a friend out. Pretty much doing like some housework for that friend. Helping them out. Been doing about 5 hours of it, just pushing, pulling, moving stuff all around. I am exhausted. I really am. I'm exhausted, but I'm a good guy, so I love helping out anybody in need. Anybody in need, I love helping out. So, I took some time out of my day to go out and help help that person. So, I wasn't planning on doing anything today besides recording. So I'm glad I was able to help them out and do this for you folks, because I love you guys. I say that enough. So, but anyway, this place right here, you can easily get lost. Your sense of direction could easily get lost, but just try to hit as many switches as you can, because obviously that's gonna lead you to the path that you want to be led to. But if you're playing this for the first time, I remember actually me playing this for the first time, I was so lost. I did not know what to do, where to go. I was just lost, and I didn't have internet at the time, because mind you, this was 2006, I think, is when I played this. It was 2006 or 2007. We had internet at the house, but I didn't have access to it. Let me get this straight. Like, the computer was in, because I was staying with my grandparent at the time, so the computer was in her room, so I wasn't allowed to go in her room for anything if it wasn't school related. So if it wasn't school related, I couldn't look up access like cheat codes to this or whatnot, how to get past it, or a strategy guide or anything like that. So yeah, it kind of sucked back then, but you know what? The past is the past. Don't dwell on it too much, folks. Because what doesn't kill you sometimes makes you stronger. Not all the time. Not all the time. Sorry, Kanye. Good song, but whatever. But anyway, as you can see, folks, I hit that switch and it opened up that little cave over there. Yeah, so if you ever, just to cut myself off, if you ever find yourself being low on health, you could hit these guys and they'll be able to provide anything for you. They just respawn all over the place, and it's kind of like automatic. So Um, it's kind of remind me of the waters from Banjo Kazooie. What was that shark name? That when you go Snackers, I think that was his name. That shark used to trip me out all the time as a kid because I was fortunate enough to have both the PlayStation and the N64 growing up. Most kids wasn't allowed to have both, circumstances and whatnot. But I was able to experience both platforms. I was kind of a spoiled little brat back then, so I saw the commercial for Super Mario 64. I wanted it. Begged my mom for it. I also saw a couple of commercials for the Sony PlayStation. Begged my mom for it. So when I eventually opened, because at first I got the, so when I eventually opened both presents, the first present I opened was the Sony PlayStation. Got happy. My brother was happy, even though he was a year younger at the time. He really didn't play games, but he was just happy to have one, so I guess he could tell his friends that he had one. And the second present that my brother opened it up this time because it had both our names on it, so it wasn't just dedicated to me or him. So he opened it up, and it was an N64, and my face just beamed. I'm like, I got both. I get to experience both. And I'm like, awesome. I got to experience such great games such as Crash Bandicoot 2, Tekken, of course. What else games I had for the PlayStation? I didn't have the original Ape Escape until years later. Let's see. Well, I'm trying to think of what else games I had. I think that was about Madden. Oh, I had Madden 99 for some reason. Even though I was a kid, I didn't play that. And I had Mortal Kombat Trilogy for a reason. And I had a demo disc. And within those demo discs was such games such as Tomba. And the demo disc I was talking about in the earlier parts. Tomba and all that stuff. So I had that. It had Tekken 3 within that. So I was able to get my fixes off that for a while. Until I eventually got Tekken 3 on my own. Actually, like, games were such a big deal back then, like, especially, like, with Pokemon cards. Here's how I got my copy of, Tekken 3. And this is a true story, of course. I had a holographic, what was it? A holographic Charizard. My friend wanted it. He said he'll trade his, Tekken 3 card, Tekken 3 game for it, sorry. And I was like, heck yeah, let's do it. So, we traded. So, he got the holographic Charizard, and I got Tekken 3. it was so bananas back then, folks. It really was that you could trade a simple card for a video game. So, he was happy, I was happy, whatever. I'm pretty sure that you probably had experiences with trading cards for video games or vice versa. It was really great back then. It was good times back then too. But anyway, for my N64, I had Super Mario 64. And I also had Donkey Kong 64 with the expansion pack, but I really didn't play that. My brother played that more than me. And that was the only two games I had for the N64 for a while. Eventually, I ended up getting Smash Bros. But believe it or not, I actually played Melee before I played Smash Bros. Let me tell you how that worked. Like, I still had my N64 out, even though, like, when the GameCube, so I was able to keep it that long. I still have it to this day. I just let my little brothers hold it, but I still have it to this day, my N64. I didn't get Smash Bros. For the 64 until, remember I was talking about this guy that he could rob? If you able to get him before he runs away, you'll be able to get like triple the amount of coins or whatnot. But yeah, I didn't get Smash Bros until like 2004 or 5. But Melee was already out by then, so and I never heard of Melee before. I believe I told you guys this story, but yeah, I never heard of Melee before. I didn't know what Melee was until my cousin came over to our house one day. She had a GameCube with her. I didn't know what the GameCube was. Obviously, it was the next-gen console. So she had 4 controllers at the time, so we just went nuts and played Melee, and I was fascinated with the characters and stuff, so I wanted to know what the roots were. You know, so I wanted to go back to the beginning. I had fun playing the original Smash Bros. As well. Now these days, if you want to get like your Smash Bros. Fix, you'll play either the original. I'm sorry, not the original. You'll play either Melee, Brawl, or the new one for the Wii U. You'll play either those three if you want to get like your Smash Bros. Fix. Barely anyone go to the original unless they want to show it off for their channel or something like that. That's the only way I see someone really going back to play the original Super Smash Bros. For the Nintendo 64. The commercial for that was really funny. And you guys can look that up on YouTube yourself. It's really funny. It's hilarious. Tripped me out when I was a kid because I didn't know what was going on. But you know, that's half of the enjoyment of trying to figure out. You know, these games these days, they don't really do it anymore, like pizzazz like that commercials anymore. So it's kind of sad that actually, you know, it's growing up. Everything's growing up. Everything's maturing these days. So you know, kids might find something fascinating that you don't, and it's really getting sad that it's just a testament of not only that commercials are growing up, that we are growing up with it, and it makes you feel older than you think you are. So yeah, but yeah, anyway, inside this system right here is pretty much gorgeous to me anyway, and you got a couple of monkeys to get in tow, but they're not going to be a problem as long as you transform. If you transform, then it's going to be easy. You kind of need to for these guys anyway, that's wearing like the metal helmets, because there's no really other way to get them off. This would have been a great return for the magnet item, which I really didn't care for in the first place, but it would have been a good return for it to have. So yeah, it would have been a great return for it, but I figured, you know, transformations are just as good. So, and you can see I'm getting the job done with said transformation. So yeah, now that I wanted to actually catch that monkey legitimately for once instead of going into the transformation motif, because I just got out of it. And basically I'm going to be using the radar a lot because and just to mention, like, this is a lot of cut content, because and what I mean by that is, for me, because I was lost. I didn't know where I was going, because as I stated before, it's been a while since I played this. So instead of you guys just seeing me wandering around everywhere, which you're gonna see a little bit of that anyway, but this part would have been way longer than just the amount of time that it is now. So yeah, I just didn't want to keep you guys, you know, all that unedited footage. I just wanted to, you guys probably would have been bored to tears if you're not already. And if you are bored, I'm sorry to hear that. If you're not though, yeah, I'm glad you're having a good time. Just hanging out with a nerd who likes to play video games and pretty much rant on his favorite video games in the series. Yeah, this is one of my favorite. As I stated before, I'm still kind of on that top one, but this was definitely one of my favorite games to grow up with. It really was. Brought me hours of entertainment and all that goodness. So, like I stated before, I'm gonna give you my true thoughts at the end of the game. Like when I'm finished with the whole game, I'm gonna tell you how I truly feel about it. Although you might have a synopsis of it, but I'm gonna go into like very details about it. So, you know, make sure you stay tuned enough for that. But anyway, yeah, like I stated before, this stage is gorgeous. Just everything around it seems like a sort of like you're in China or someplace like that, maybe Japan, how it's set up. So I always find that nice, and I stated this before as well. I always wanted to go to Japan just to see what it's like, and I'm going to get there one day, believe me, I really am. But anyway, folks, yeah, that's gonna do it. That's the end of the part here. It was pretty short, but I hope you folks enjoyed anyway. So, next part is part 10, and I hope you'll be able to join me with that part. But if not, I hope you enjoyed the video anyway. Anyway, have a fantastic day.